I'm going to go back to 2013. We realized that in the foothills area, there were a lot of people that wanted work. A number of them had disabilities, and we wanted to help them.
When I look back at the Hire project, right back to the application, it was a risk. So it was one of the things that we weren't sure we could do, couldn't do. So we actually had someone come in and work with us to do that grant. It was the first big grant that we'd ever written for. I think it was around $300,000. And we were like, can we do this? And so we dug in deep, took the risk, wrote the grant, and we were in such a tight timeline that we had to drive it to Harry Hayes to get it in on time.
At the beginning, we had a pretty small team. We had to develop our curriculum and everything from scratch.
Started it in January of 2014. And all I can say about that journey was it was exciting, it was scary, and then it was, okay, we're going to put it into practice, going to hire people, going to make it work.
Over the years, we modified and evolved considerably to what we have now.
We just keep working at it. The impact is huge in that people that may or may not have, I would say probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to have the jobs that they have without the program, have a job.
The job centers have given people who are looking for work, are stressing over work, have a great deal of anxiety over finding work, a safe place to go. They're comfortable with the staff and they're comfortable with each other. The model that we have now addresses so many needs, but it takes a team to pull it off. We have employment coaches that focus on the typical resume writing, the job search, and how to keep a job.
One of the angles of the project was support for businesses. And so we looked at how we could do that and what that would look like. So from a project that was strictly about individuals to a project that had to look beyond that and out into the community with a bigger impact on the opportunity to get a job, was working with businesses and providing some education and making sure that they were prepared to be an inclusive employer.
I have a dedicated staff that meets with businesses and goes to the Chamber of Commerce. Through that, she has developed some really incredible connections with businesses where they are now coming to us saying, we have positions. Do you have anybody?
Inclusive employment should be universal. Anybody should be able to walk in and get a job. Any door should be the right door. Yeah, there might have to be some modifications made, but that's part of the work that you would do for anyone else and you don't even realize you're doing it.
We also realized that we needed a strong foundation for our people, that it's not all about work. If you don't have childcare, if you don't have secure housing, if you don't have food or clothing to go to work, that's going to impact their success. It's not all about the technical skills for our people. Anyone can learn a job, but they also need to know how to manage their stress, anxiety, how to get along with each other, how to have that coffee room banter in a successful way, how to feel like they can contribute and belong to the staff that they're working with. Those connections will add to their success. Our tech coach, we've had a couple, were incredible individuals that this was their world. And they would meet with participants and look at their phones, look at their tablets or their computers and help them either add a new app that's going to enhance their employability or troubleshoot if they're having some trouble with their emails, to get them on the phone, that sort of thing. All these small steps add to their success in getting a job.
We offer a safe place for them to come in. It's a very warm, welcoming place. We've seen so much growth in our participants because they are often, a lot of our participants don't have a great social community. We've created that for them here. They definitely need help with employment, which is, our main purpose.
And what I've learned is that by working with them in the moment, taking action in the moment, you have more successes to achieve what you're trying to accomplish. If you don't feel confident in the way you look, if you're hungry, those things impact the ability to do job search.
A lot of other organizations that involve a hiring component, they help someone with their resume and they help them get a job, and then that's it. Doors closed, end of discussion. We offer that ongoing support from both directions, both from the level of the participant and from the level of the business.
When you start to spend the 16 weeks that we work with the participants, you get to know each other. So you're not just like strangers meeting, let's go over the curriculum, that kind of thing. But the most part that I love the most is when they get the job. Sometimes they get a job in a couple of weeks, sometimes it's 6 months. It depends what barriers or what things they have to work through to get that employment. But the way they change, recently my one participant just got a job at CDS. When she came back, it looked like she was glowing. She was so happy, so proud of herself. She changed, even her charisma, like her body, her stature was different, you know? So that's what makes me happy, is when I see them at the end result.
It is so much more than skill, kind of skill training and job searching. It really is about, right, who are you as a person, and how can we support you?
It's given me a whole new perspective on life. I see things differently. For many marginalized communities, we deal with so many different folks, and honestly, it's opened my eyes and awareness to so much more in the world. And honestly, I feel it's created a better world for me to see the world through different eyes.